Good morning, my dear students. Today also we are going to discuss about some models in complex numbers. Okay. Right now the first one is if mod z equal to root 2, then the point given by 3 plus 4z lies on a circle. Okay, students, whose radius is, my dear students, what is given that the 3 plus 4z is lies on a circle. Therefore, now dear students, we can take an as 3 plus 4z equal to some, we are taking some z1. z1 is nothing but x1 plus iy1. So, after then students, 4z equal to z1 minus 3. Now dear students, on both sides we are taking the modulus 4z, modulus of 4z, modulus of z1 minus 3. So student, this is 4 into mod z, modulus of z1 minus 3. Now students, the mod z is given by root 2. So that is modulus of z1 minus 3 equal to 4 into root 2, 4 root 2. This is the students, radius is the 4 root 2, center is the students 3 comma 0. Suppose we are taking z1 is the x plus iy minus 3 equal to 4 root 2. This is the students x minus 3 plus iy in modulus equal to 4 root 2. So students, the modulus is x minus 3 whole square plus y square equal to 4 into root 2. Now squaring on both sides, this is the students x minus 3 whole square plus y square equal to 4 root 2 whole square. Now the center is 3 comma 0. This is compared with x minus h whole square plus y minus 0 whole square equal to r square. Center is the 3 comma 0 and radius is the 4 root 2. Now they are asking radius. Dear students, the radius is r equal to 4 root 2. Center is the 3 comma 0. So this is when mod z is given that root 2 and we are taking the 3 plus 4z lies on a circle. That means we are taking the locus is the z1. z1 means x plus iy. After that plus 3 sending other side minus 3. Now we can apply the modulus on both sides. Then we got x minus 3 whole square plus y square equal to 4 root 2 whole square. What is the radius is the students? 4 root 2. Okay. Let us now the second one. The locus of the z my dear students, the locus of z satisfying the inequality ln modulus of z plus 1 upon 1 by 3 is greater than log mod of z minus 1 base 1 by 3 is. Dear students, this can be written as 3 power minus 1. This is also 3 power minus 1. Log a power m, we have to know that log of a power m b power n is the students m by n log a base b. So when the base is less than 1, when you can remove the log on both sides, undoubtedly the greater than will come less than. Since students, the modulus of z plus 1 is less than modulus of z minus 1. What is the students? The modulus of z plus 1 is the modulus of z minus 1. Now students, when we are squaring on both sides, it will be written as the z plus 1. Here this is z bar plus 1 is less than z minus 1, z bar minus 1. Okay. After that, now this is we can written as z bar. After then z. Now this is multiple with z. After then z bar plus 1. Okay. Now this is the students we can written as z bar. After then minus z. This is the minus of z bar plus 1. So students, the z bar is cancelled. Now this is 1 cancel. Now students, the z plus z bar we can written as here the 2 into z plus z bar is less than 0. These two are sending to the other side. 2 into z plus z bar is less than 0. Now students, this is z. We have to know that the z is the x plus iy. What is the students? We are taking z is x plus iy. The z bar is the x minus iy is less than 0. Minus iy plus iy cancel. X plus x. What is the students? 2x. So this is 4x less than 0. So dear students, when the 4x is less than 0, x less than 0. So dear students, the z is the x plus iy. X is called real part of z. What is the students? X is called the real part of z. So the real part of z is less than 0. This is our locus of z. The real part of z is less than 0. Okay students? When we can squaring on both sides, how can you write this is z plus 1 into z bar plus 1 less than z minus 1 into z bar minus 1. So the mod, how to write the students? Z bar square we can written as z bar. At the same time, the square you can squaring on both sides. This can be written as z plus 1 into z bar plus 1. Similarly, this is also z minus 1 into z bar minus 1. Okay students? So after that the multiplication, we got 4x. That is x less than 0. X less than 0 means x is the real part of z. Okay students? The real part of z is less than 0. Let us now the question number 3. Dear students, the z1 equal to 8 plus 4i, z2 equal to 6 plus 4i, and z be the complex number, and z be the complex number such that argument of z minus z1 upon z minus z2, argument of z minus z1 upon z minus z2 is the pi by 4. Then the locus of z, My dear students, what is given that? So what we observed, the Z1 is 8 plus 4i, Z2 is 6 plus 4i, and Z be the complex number such that argument of Z minus Z1 upon Z minus Z2 is a pi by 4, then locus of Z. The locus Z equal to x plus iy. The Z1 is given that 8 plus 4i and Z2 is given that 6 plus 4i. And the one more thing is, what is given that the argument of Z minus Z1 upon Z minus Z2 is also given that pi by 4. So dear students, we have to know that argument of Z1 into Z2 is the argument of Z1 plus argument of Z2, and argument of Z1 by Z2, this is, we know that argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2. So students, this is there divided by, so simply we can written as the argument of Z minus Z1 minus argument of Z minus Z2 is given that pi by 4. So students, how to write the argument of Z minus Z1? Z minus Z1 is the x minus 8 is the real part. The imaginary part is the students, I is the common, y minus 4. Dear students, the argument of Z minus Z2, this is x minus 6, y minus 4. What is the students? X minus 6, I into y minus 4 is the pi by 4. Now students, this is argument of, if z is x plus iy, the argument of z is tan inverse of y by x. What is the students? When we take z equal to x plus iy, the argument of z is tan inverse of y by x. So students, this is tan inverse of y minus 4 by x minus 8. Then it is tan inverse of y minus 4 by x minus 6 equal to pi by 4. So this is tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. So this is tan inverse of y minus 4 by x minus 8 minus of y minus 4 by x minus 6 upon 1 plus y minus 4 into y minus 4 whole square by x minus 8 into x minus 6. So students, this is equal to pi by 4. Now students, what we observed here, so the tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is the tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy, that is y minus 4 whole square by x minus 8 into x minus 6. Now students, this is, we can written as y minus 4 is the common, y minus 4 is the common. So what is the LCM? X minus 8 into x minus 6. This is the students x minus 6 minus x plus 8 upon, how to write this is x minus of 8 x minus of 6 plus y minus 4 whole square by x minus 8 into x minus 6 equal to tan 45. The tan inverse standing other side, tan 45 is the 1. So students, these two are cancelled. After then plus x minus x cancel. Now this is y minus 4 minus 6. What is the students? Minus 6 plus 8 is the 2. What is there here? 8 minus 6. Just you can observe students. What is there here? This is x minus 6 minus x minus of minus plus 8. 8 minus 6 is the 2. That equal to, what is the student? This denominator is sending to the other side. This is x into x is the x square. Minus 6x minus 8x is the minus of 14x. 6 into 8 is the 48. Now student, this is y square minus of 8y plus 16. Okay, now this is the students, the simplification is just you can written as, first you can write first x square, after then y square, now is there minus of 14x, now this is the students 2y plus 2y, this is minus 8y sending other side, minus 2y, this is the minus 10y. Okay students, now this is there minus of 8, what is the student, this is minus 8, minus 8, this is the students 48, 16, now this is the students 64, so this is minus of 64 minus 72. So students, how to write this is, 1 minute students, we can written as this is x minus 7 whole square, x minus 7 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square, y minus 5 whole square equal to minus 72 is there. Dear students, the a square is x square minus 2ab 14x, b square is 49, adding 49 on both sides, a square is y square is there, minus 2ab, that is minus of 10y, b square, therefore students 25, adding 25 on both sides, this is the students 74, 74 minus 72 is the 2, so this is the locus of z, x minus 7 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square equal to 2 is the locus of z. Okay students, here only we can apply the argument of z1 by z2 is the argument of z1 minus argument of z2. So dear students, if z equal to x plus iy, the argument of z is nothing but tan inverse of y by x, and argument are nothing but amplitude of z also. The argument of z1 by z2, this is the students argument of z1 minus of argument of z2. Okay students, now the very easiest question students, the z plus z bar, z minus z bar equal to 2, then the locus of the z lies on, then the locus of z lies on. My dear students, when we are taking, dear students, suppose we are taking z equal to, dear students, x plus iy, the z bar equal to x minus iy. So the z plus z bar is, what is there, 2x. The z minus z bar is, this is the 2iy. So students, these are all substitute in the given equation. This is nothing but 2x. This is the students 2iy equal to 2. Now divided by 2 on both sides. This is the mod of x. Mod I is the 1. Mod y equal to 2. Mod x plus mod y equal to 2. That means plus or minus x plus or minus y equal to, what is the students, 1. Plus or minus x plus or minus y. This one, the locus of z is form a square. This is x plus y equal to 1. This is minus x plus y equal to 1. This is minus x minus y equal to 1. This is plus x minus 1 plus x minus y equal to 1. So students, this is nothing but square. So the locus of Z lies on the square. The locus of Z lies on the square. Okay, students. If mod Z is the 3, if mod Z is the 3, dear students, then the area of the triangle, whose sides are Z, Z omega, Z plus omega Z. First Z, Z omega, Z plus omega Z, where omega is the cube root of unity. What is the students? Where omega is the cube root of unity. Cube root of unity. Okay, students, where omega is the cube root of unity. So, dear students, what are the sides are given that? These are the sides Z omega, Z plus Z omega. Now, dear students, these are the sides. One of the side is the Z, and another one is Z omega, and third one is Z plus Z omega. So the first side is whose magnitude is given that 3. Now we can written as the students Z omega. This can be written as mod Z mod omega. This is the 3, mod omega is the 1. So we have to know that omega is the students minus 1 plus root 3 I by 2. Mod omega is 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 under root 4 by 4, this is 1. So students, this is also 3. After that, the third side magnitude is Z plus Z omega. Z is the common 1 plus omega. So students, this is we can written as Z into 1 plus omega. We are know that 1 plus omega square equal to 0. The 1 plus omega is the students minus omega square. So students, the 1 plus omega we have to take as minus omega square. This is the students mod Z. In modulus minus is the plus mod omega square. Omega square is also we know that minus 1 minus root 3 I by 2. This is also whose modulus is also, dear students, 1 by 4, 3 by 4 under root. This is also 1. So students, this is 3 into 1. This is also 3. So here the mod Z is 3. This is also 3. This is also 3. Now this is an equilateral triangle. So dear students, the area of the equilateral triangle whose side small a is root 3 by 4 a square. What is the students? The area of the triangle. The area of the equilateral triangle. What is the students? Area of the equilateral triangle is the form root 3 by 4 a square. So where a is the length of the side. What is the a students? 3. 3 square is the 9. So students, the required area is 9 into root 3 by 4 square units. 9 root 3 by 4 square units. Okay students. Dear students, let Z1 and Z2 are the complex numbers such that let Z1 and Z2 are the complex numbers such that Z1 by Z2 plus Z2 by Z1 is given that 1, and the origin and the points, dear students, then origin and the points represented by Z1 and Z2, points represented by Z1 and Z2 form a equilateral or isosceles right angle triangle or scalene. So my dear students, here we have to know that one of the point is the origin and another one is Z1 and Z2. So dear students, already we discussed by the Coni theorem, by applying the Coni theorem for the equilateral triangle, Z1, Z2, Z3 are the three vertices of an equilateral triangle. Then we have to know that what is the condition, students, for the equilateral triangle Z1 square, Z2 square, Z3 square is, we know that Z1 Z2 plus Z2 Z3 plus Z3 Z1. For the equilateral triangle, everybody know that Z1 square plus Z2 square plus Z3 square is Z1 into Z2 plus Z2 into Z3 plus Z3 into Z1. Okay students, suppose dear students, when we are taking the Z3 is the origin, what is the students, when we are taking the Z3 is a origin, is given that Z1 and Z2. Suppose the Z3 is nothing but origin, so then we got Z1 square plus Z2 square equal to simply Z1 Z2. So this is 0, this is 0. Now students, the Z1 square plus Z2 square divided by Z1 Z2 on both sides. This is the students, how to write this one, Z1 Z1 cancel. Now this is Z1 by Z2. After then student, these are cancelled. Now this is the students Z2 by Z1 equal to 1. So students, Z1 by Z2 plus Z2 by Z1, we got this is 1. Z1 by Z2 plus Z2 by Z1 equal to 1. So students, the given points Z1 and Z2 and origin is form an equilateral triangle. Just we have to take the equilateral triangle, then we are taking the Z3 is 0. Just we got the condition, we got the given condition. So students, the given points Z1 and Z2 and origin, what is the students, Z1 comma Z2 and the origin form an equilateral triangle, form an equilateral triangle. Form an equilateral triangle. Okay students, one more question, students. It is also quite simple. Let a and b are the real numbers between 0 to 1 such that the points a and b are the real numbers. Z1 is the students a plus I, Z2 is the students 1 plus bi, and Z2 is the 0. My dear students, the points Z1 a plus I, Z2 is the 1 plus bi, and Z2 equal to 0 form an equilateral triangle. What is the students? Form an equilateral triangle. So dear students, the Z1 and Z2 and the origin, this is the students, is their origin form an equilateral triangle. Form an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Then the values of then A and B. Then A and B. Okay, students. Form an equilateral triangle. Then A and B. So, my dear students, this is we can take as equilateral triangle. See Z1 0 and Z2. So, my dear students, this is 60 degrees. By the Coni theorem, we have to know that Z1 minus 0 upon Z2 minus 0. This is mod Z1 by mod Z2 e power I pi by 3. The given 3 points Z1 and Z2 and the origin form an equilateral triangle. Then the values of A and B, those values A and B are lies between 0 to 1. Okay. Now students, the Z1 by Z2 equal to, so for the equilateral triangle, the mod Z1 and mod Z2 undoubtedly students all sides are equal. E power I pi by 3, that is cis pi by 3. Cis of pi by 3. Cis pi by 3 means cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Therefore, cos 60, that is 1 by 2. I sin 60, root 3 by 2. Cos 60, 1 by 2 plus I sin 60, root 3 by 2. So, students, this is Z1 is A plus I. 1 plus I into root 3 by 2 equal to what is the Z2? Z2 is the 1 plus bi. This is, we can take it as 2a plus 2i. Now this is a 2 sending other side, 2a plus 2i. Now students, we have to multiply with 1. This is 1 plus I root 3. Now this is the students ib minus I into I square is the minus. So this is root 3b. Now we are equating the real and imaginary parts on both sides. So students, first we are equating the real. So first we are taking the students real parts on both sides. So when we are taking the real part, this is the 2a. After that, this is the students 1 minus root 3b. 1 minus root 3b. Now students, equating the imaginary parts on both sides. So dear students, the imaginary part is there 2. So the imaginary part is the 2. Here the imaginary part is the root 3. Here b. So students, root 3 plus b. b is the value 2 minus root 3. What is the students? The value of b is the 2 minus root 3. Now is there real part? So 2a equal to 1 minus root 3 into b is the 2 minus root 3. So students, 2a equals to what we observed here. This is the minus of minus plus. That is the root 3 into root 3, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Now this is minus of 2 root 3. So students, a equal to 2 minus root 3. So a and b are equal. Those are 2 minus root 3. These two values are lies between 0 to 1. Okay students, 0 to 1. Okay, a is the 2 minus root 3 and b is the 2 minus root 3. Now students, another question. The roots of the cubic equation z plus alpha beta whole cube equal to alpha cube. Okay students, represented the vertices of a triangle. Represents the vertices of a triangle. Represents the vertices of a triangle. Vertices of a triangle of side of length. Represents vertices of a triangle of side of length. Okay students, dear students, the z plus, what we observe students? So here the cubic equation is z plus alpha beta whole cube equal to students alpha cube. So my dear students, when we are taking here z plus alpha beta, cube is standing at the side cube root, that is alpha 1 comma omega square. So this is the students, when we are taking the three roots, when we can apply the modulus. Undoubtedly student, modulus of z1 plus alpha beta is the mod alpha. Modulus of z2 plus alpha beta is also mod alpha. Modulus of z plus alpha beta is the mod alpha, since mod 1 1, mod omega square is 1. So the modulus of z plus alpha beta is always represents a circle having the radius mod alpha. So dear students, what we observed here, so the center is the alpha beta comma 0. So this is the students, so what we observe here, this is the center is undoubtedly students, what we observed here, this is mod alpha is the radius, center is the alpha beta. So here we getting here mod alpha, this is also mod alpha, this is also mod alpha. So is it clear? So the center is the students alpha beta comma 0, but the radius is mod alpha. So dear students, when we observe here, these two sides are equal. This is the circle. So dear students, we observed here three triangles having the equal, what is the students, here the three triangles having the equal areas. So my dear students, when we observe here, suppose it is an equilateral triangle, undoubtedly student, this is the 120, this is the 120. So dear students, we have to know that, so the area of this triangle is, we have to know that first this is A, after that B, this is C. Now the area of the triangle ABC, we can written as, this is the 120. My dear students, we have to know that the area of the triangle ABC 3 times of, what is the students, 3 times of what we observed here, the 3 times of AB sin A, of BC sin A, of CA sin B, we know that. So dear students, here also we are taking of mod alpha square sin of 120 degrees. This is the students, when we are taking here the 1/2 mod alpha square. So dear students, what we observed here, so the sin of 120, 180 minus 60, this is also root 3/2. So student, this is 3 root 3 mod alpha square by 4. This is the area of, total area of equilateral triangle. Now students, suppose we are taking the length of the side is the A. Therefore we know that area of the equilateral triangle, everybody know that, we know that, what is the students, we know that area of the equilateral triangle is root 3/4 A square. Now we got the area of the triangle is, what is the students, the area of the triangle is 3 into root 3 mod alpha square by 4. Root 3 cancel, 4 cancel. The side of length is root 3. Okay students, square and under root cancel, alpha. This is the students root 3 alpha. What is the students? Root 3 alpha. The length of the side is root 3 alpha. Okay students, first we have to find when you can radius. These are equal, undoubtedly the three triangles having the equal areas. Suppose when you are taking ABC, we observe equilateral triangle of the length of the side is A. First we have to find this area, that is the 3 times of, the required area is the 3 times of, that is 3 root 3 mod alpha square by 4. Now this will be equal to the root 3/4 A square. Then the side of length is root 3 mod alpha. Okay students, right now I will take the another question. Dear students, the one vertex of the equilateral triangle is the origin. One vertex is the origin. One vertex of an equilateral triangle. One vertex of an equilateral triangle is the origin. So other two vertices are, the roots of of 2z square plus z plus k equal to 0. Then the value of k equal to. So students, here what we observe, one of the vertex of the triangle is origin. So we have to know that, dear students, one of the vertex is the origin. That means z1 square, z2 square, z3 square equal to z1, z2, z2, z3, z3, z1. So one of the vertex is the origin. So students, that is z1 square, z2 square, z3 is the origin, that is z1 into z2. So students, since z3 is the origin, so this can be written as the students, how to write this is z1 plus z2 whole square, a square, b square, adding 2z1 z2, that is the students 2z1 z2, a square is this one, b square is this one, so 2ab, sending other side minus 2ab, 3z1 z2 minus 2z1 z2 is the z1 z2. So dear students, here given that 2z square, what is given, that the given equation is 2z square plus 2z square plus 2z plus k equal to 0, having the roots, let the roots are z1 comma z2. Sum of the roots, my dear students, the sum of the roots z1 z2 equal to minus of b by a, minus 2 by 2 is the minus 1. Product of the roots z1 z2 is the students k by 2. Product of the roots is k by 2. So students, the z1 plus z2 is minus 1. Minus 1 whole square is the 1. 3 into z1 z2 is the students k by 2. So this is k equal to, what is there, k equal to 2 by 3. K equal to the students, we are written as 2 by 3 is the required answer. Okay students. Now students, another one. Let z equal to 1 minus t, I into t square plus t plus 2, where t is the real parameter. Then locus of z. Dear students, now find the locus of z. So dear students, z we are taking x plus iy. What is the students we are taking? Z is x plus iy. First we take z, x plus iy, 1 minus t, I into t square plus t plus 2 under root. What is the students? T square plus t plus 2. So equating the first real parts. Dear students, we are equating the real parts on both sides. The real part on the left hand side is x, is there 1 minus t. That means students, t equal to 1 minus of x. Now equating the imaginary parts. Equating the imaginary parts on both sides. So the imaginary part is the y here. This is the students t square plus t plus t. Now squaring on both sides, this is we got y square. Now this is the t square plus t plus 2. What is the student? This is y square equal to t square plus t plus 2. So students, this is we can written as y square. What is that? T square is 1 minus x whole square. T is the students 1 minus x plus 2. After that y square 1 plus x square minus 2x a square b square minus 2ab plus 1 minus x plus 2. So student, this is y square. So what is there? X square minus 2x minus of 3x. So y square equal to t square plus t plus 2. T is the students 1 minus x whole square, where t is the 1 minus x plus 2. A square b square minus 2ab 1 minus x plus 2. X square minus 2x minus x minus 3x. Now the constants are 1 plus 1 2 plus 2 4. So this is the students x square minus y square minus of 3x plus 4. So is there plus? Undoubtedly the locus of z is the circle. Now this is the students rectangular hyperbola. So I will explain the coordinate geometry. So here we know that parabola standard form, the standard form of the parabola is y square equal to 4ax, and the standard equation of the ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, and hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. When a equal to b, then x square minus y square equal to a square. That is called rectangular hyperbola. This is the students, the locus of z is rectangular hyperbola. Okay students, the locus of z is the rectangular hyperbola. Okay students, this is today's students. My dear students, all of you practice similar models. Okay students, the complex numbers and the De Moivre's theorem. Okay students, please practice all questions and similar models in Cengage or any other reference book. Okay students, thank you all.